Hi, I'm Dan Schmitt. I do a motorcycle racing TV show, Team Chicago Challenge. My email is teamdan45@gmail.com. My website is teamchicago.tv, which needs to be updated. But like everything else, I'm going back in the past again to 2017. We were down in Springfield. Part one of these two shows, we looked at some of what took place at the street party at Boone's Saloon. And then this is part two. We're going to see some of the action from the short track at the fairgrounds, the state fairgrounds. And then we're going to look at some of the mile action. So it's a great show we're putting together here. And don't forget my email, teamdan45@gmail.com. And I love to hear from my audience.
As we see the Bultaco Bash riders lining up, 64, Charlie Roberts. Tonight there will be 3 heat races for the Bultaco Invitational. National stars, every single one of these riders. Most of these Bultacos are 360s. I believe every single one of them is a Bultaco Astro or a replica of the Bultaco Astro motorcycle. There will be 3 heat races. The top 3 go immediately to the final. Let's check out this racing action. First heat race, blasting up the line. That is Ronnie Jones. Ronnie Jones from Oklahoma. National star. Right with him, Garth Brow. Garth Brow from Michigan. 2 riders on these Bultaco Astros. Battle for third. It looks like Tom Hicks on that DRS. Bultaco Astro has now moved to third place. We see Tom Hicks moving up, trying to get by Garth Brow. These 2 Michigan riders battling for second as Ronnie Jones goes on to pick up the win. Second heat race. They wait for the starting light. We're at the Rodeo Arena, State Fairgrounds. Jumping off the line, that is Charlie Roberts. Charlie Roberts, one of the driving forces behind the class of '79. Second place, like Roche, Lewis, Colbert. Moving to second place, that is Lance Jones. It is Charlie Roberts. Charlie Roberts is up front. Lance Jones has got second place tied up. Charlie Roberts goes on to pick up the win. As we watch the third heat race, jumping off the line, it is Mickey Fay. Mickey Fay from Washington State. Mickey Fay, TT champion, good rider. Right with him is Jackie Mitchell. Jackie Mitchell, another driving force with the class of '79. He's on a Jeff Seed Bultaco. Whoa! Pushing his way by, that is Shannon Slocum. He is from Louisiana. He wants that third place. Now making a move to third place on the inside from Normal, Illinois. That's Darren Carter on the Bultaco. He's a man on fire. He's moving up to second place as he gets by Shannon Slocum. Mickey Fay continues to lead. Mickey Fay goes on to pick up the win. This is it. This is the final event. The Bultaco Invitational Challenge. National stars. Bultaco motorcycles. The vast majority are 360s. They are Bultaco Astros. Bultaco Astros are made between 1973 to 1979. Blasting off the line, it is Garth Brow on the outside as he gets by Ronnie Jones. Garth Brow, who has probably won more races on a Bultaco Astro than anyone alive. Garth Brow, one of the great national riders. I remember young Garth Brow racing at Millburg Speedway. He's a genuine go fast from Michigan. Right there, Ronnie Jones. Ronnie Jones, who has qualified for a national championship race for 5 decades. Third place is Charlie Roberts, local heroes. We see number 52, that is Tom Hicks on that DRS Bultaco. Running a good solid race, but up front it is Garth Brow. Garth Brow now lives in Tampa, Florida. He is originally from Flint, Michigan. Second place, 16, that is Ronnie Jones. Ronnie Jones, one of the greatest racers ever, a member of the AMA Hall of Fame. Garth Brow is still up front. Ronnie Jones, Charlie Roberts running in third place. Lance Jones is right there making a charge through the field. It is that Darren Carter from Normal, Illinois. He is flying out there as we see Garth Brow still up front. Ronnie Jones running second. Garth Brow is on the charge. This brings back great days at Santa Fe Speedway, Millburg Speedway, Niles Raceway in Michigan. Charlie Roberts, local hero, running in third place, one of the founders of the class of 79. We see Lance Jones, he is in fourth place, charging through the field. That is Darren Carter. He's from Normal, Illinois. Tom Hicks is also moving up. He is now in sixth place. Willie McCoy is seventh. Mike Hacker is in eighth place as we see Garth Brow going on to pick up the win, the Bultaco Invitational, the Bultaco Bash right here at the Rodeo Arena. It is Garth Brow, Ronnie Jones, Charlie Roberts, Lance Jones, Darren Carter, Tom Hicks, Willie McCoy, Mike Hacker, Shannon Slocum. That is the top 9.
We are at the State Fairgrounds, the mile race, the Springfield Mile, one of the most famous motorcycle races in the country, going back in the 1930s, late 30s, 40s, Class C racing. It used to be a 50-mile race, about 50 laps. Now they cut it down, it's only 25 laps. We got Indians, we got Harley Davidson, we got a real fast Yamaha out there, we got Kawasaki's, got 4 brands, 1 Honda also are battling to try to make the final. 18 men will make the final. I have to thank my good friend Dave Kiesel. He's the guy promoting this. Dave and I go all the way back to the good old days of Santa Fe Speedway when we were both novice racers, racing back in 1972. God bless Dave Kiesel for keeping the Springfield Mile going. You know, the Springfield Mile, 25 laps, the fastest action you're going to see. Some great racing action. We're right here with the AMA. We're right here with AFT. Some of the fast race action at the Springfield Mile.
Folks, riding on the track, this famous mile track, raising money for a bait of Illinois, Indian motorcycle with a sidecar, and the vintage bikes line up for practice. 2 groups. One group is tank shift bikes that ran prior to 1952 or so. The second group is a group Class C bikes that ran from 1950 through 1967. And earlier, I had a chance to talk to my friend, Craig Breckon.
Hey everybody, I'm Craig Breckon, and we're down here at Springfield, Illinois, running the Springfield Mile 2. It is Labor Day weekend, Sunday, just coming around noon here. We're going to take a lunch break, but we got one more round of practice. We're running a mile. I'm riding a 1941, let's see, I'm riding a 1939 Harley Davidson WR with a 41 motor in it. Yeah, we all want you to stay tuned in, and we're going to go out here for our second round here in a couple minutes. I got a heat race at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and the main is for me is at 3:30, and the pros are at 4. So, and we appreciate you checking out Dan's TV work. He's always done a good job. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan, right by Grattan Raceway. So, thanks for checking in on the program. We're going to have a good time in Illinois on the Springfield Mile.
It's going to be a 6-lap added feature right here, the Springfield Mile, promoted by Kiesel Racing. Jumping off the line, it is number 16. It's that Chris Clark right there is Dennis Clark, also 93 on the outside. It looks like Roy DeBoma, Harley Davidson's off the line, heading down the back straightaway. 1 mile, the Springfield Mile, the fastest mile in the country. Coming out of turn 4, it is Roy DeBoma right there. Gene Atherton, Gerald Chisholm, John Tibbins comes by. John Tibbins is racing a motorcycle that he actually did race right here on the Springfield Mile. The second group, that is George Wills number 20, he's on a WR. Ronnie Rawls on a KR, number 52. Gerald Chisholm's on a WR, number 693. That's Dennis Clark. Coming by this time, still up front, it's Roy Kubota making a move. It is Ron Atherton. He's on a Triumph. The Triumphs are 500cc twins, overhead valve. The Harley Davidson, that KR is a Sportster engine with a flathead. It's a 750 engine with side valves or flathead. 750 side valve engines against 500 overhead valve engines. That's how they ran through the 60s all the way to 1968. Coming by again, it is Roy Kubota making a move. 81, that is Ron Atherton and that Ron Cycle Triumph. Bob Wills is right there as we see George Wills, number 20. Gerald Chisholm, number 6, is moving up to challenge George Wills. Both riders are on tank shift, WR, Harley Davidson. And as the checkered flag flies, it is Roy Kubota up front. Photo finish for second, but taking second was Ron Atherton on the Triumph. Bob Wills on that KR Harley was third. Chris Clark on a Harley was fourth KR. Gene Atherton on the Triumph 500 was fifth. Sixth place went to George Wills. And George Wills won the pre-40 class. Gerald Chisholm was second. Dennis Clark was third. Ronnie Raw was fourth. John Tibbins was fifth. Bruce Antsinger was sixth. And Craig Breckon, he had problems. He did not make the final. My dear friend Craig Breckon. And this is it. This is the Expert Pro Twins AFT AMA National Championship on the Springfield Mile. Put up the line. It looks like that local hero, the Illinois FBI guy, that is Jeffrey Carver on the Kawasaki. Jared Mees running second. He's on that Indian Scout 750. On the move with the white leathers, that is Sammy Halbert on the Yamaha. That's a FZ07 Yamaha, now running in second place. Jared Mees up front on the Indian. Number 6 is moving in. That's Brad Baker. 69. Carver, Baker. Number 1 rider. Brian Smith, also on an Indian. We got a 6-man, 7-man breakaway coming by this time. But number 9 still up front. It looks like me, second place Baker. Sammy Halbert running third. Brian Smith, Carver, Ryan Bowman. Johnny Lewis on the Ducati. Brandon Robinson on the Harley Davidson. Steve Vanderkoer on the Kawasaki, Jake Schumann, Davis Fisher, Jared Vanderkoel, Kenny Colbert on the Harley, and Bronson Bowman. As they come out of turn 3 and 4, up front this time, it looks like Sammy Halbert on the Yamaha. Right there is Meese. Number 9, number 1 is Brian Smith. Number 6, Brad Baker. 14, that is a young Ryan Bowman. Jeffrey Carver, number 23. Got a 6-man breakaway. 3 Indian Scouts up front. Then comes the Yamaha, then 2 Kawasaki's. Number 9 is leading off turn 4. That's Meese, Baker, Smith, Sammy Halbert. We've got Brian Bowman battling with Jeffrey Carver. Jeffrey Carver trying to low line. Bowman goes by, number 14 for 5th. 69 is Sammy Halbert in the white leathers, blue bike. 3 Indians in red. This time by, number 1's up front. There's Brian Smith on the Indian. Then we got Jared Baker, I believe. Check that, Baker, then Mees. Then Sammy Halbert trying to make her way by. That's number 14. Brian Bowman gets by Sammy Halbert. Sammy Halbert with the Yamaha using the inside line into turn 3. Moving down on the inside, looks like Jared Mees. Jared Mees gets by Brian Smith on the inside. It is Sammy Halbert on the Yamaha. Coming out of turn 4, it is Mees, Smith, Baker, Halbert, Carver, Bowman, Shoemaker, Vandeker, Robinson, Fisher, Cobra, Bronson, Bowman. As the 3 Indians continue to lead down the back chute. We got Jeffrey Carver trying to get by Sammy Halbert, I believe. Sammy Halbert now moves up to 3rd place. Moving towards the front, it is number 1. That is Brian Smith up front. Then you got Mees battling with Baker to the line. Sammy Halbert, Bowman trying that inside line. That is Jeffrey Carver, fast boy from Illinois, FBI. Carver on the Kawasaki. Bowman's on the Kawasaki. Yamaha mounted. Sammy Halbert moving towards the front again. He is on that Estrogen Racing Yamaha FZ07 right there. Brian Smith on the Scout running second as we see 6 and 9. Baker and Mees across the line. Jeffrey Carver down on the inside one more time. Mees is now moved to the front. Right there, Sammy Halbert on the Yamaha running second, moving to the front again. It is Halbert moving to the front, gets by Mees. Baker's down on the inside, or is that Smith? Baker now moving towards the front. Jeffrey Carver next to Sammy Halbert, 23, next to 69. Moving towards the front again, it is number 9, Jared Mees. Number 1, Brian Smith. Number 6, Brad Baker. 69, Sammy Halbert on the Yamaha. 2 Kawasaki's, that is Brian Bowman. Number 14, 23 is Jeffrey Carver. Jeffrey Carver's up to 4th place. Sammy Halbert looking for a way by. Down the back chute. The 3 Indian Scouts up front. 4th place, Sammy Halbert. Coming towards the line again, it is number 9. Mees, Smith, Brad Baker, Sammy Halbert. 2 Kawasaki's. I believe that is Jeffrey Carver trying that low line one more time. Brian Bowman watching what's going on in front. A red flag flies. Riders are putting their arm up, leg out, slowing down. A bike is down. It's the number 2 bike. Kenny Colbert. He's on the Advance and Hines, Harley Davidson. Kenny Colbert, former number 1. As the bikes line up for a staggered start, jumping off the line, down on the inside, looks like Sammy Halbert with that Estrogen Racing Yamaha FZ07 on the outside. That's on the Indian Scout, that is Jared Mees. Right there, Brad Baker, Brian Smith. turn 3 and 4. Number 9, Mees up front, right there. Sammy Halbert, Baker, Smith, Carver, Shoemaker, Bowman, Brandon Robinson on that Harley Davidson. Number 9, Mees still up front. Brian Smith, number 1. Brad Baker, number 6. 69, Sammy Halbert. Coming out of turn 4, it is Mees, Smith. Sammy Halbert moving up. Baker, Bowman, Robinson, Shoemaker. Down the back chute one more time on the Yamaha, Esterson Yamaha FZ 07. In the white leathers, it's Sammy Halbert moving to the outside. Sammy Halbert now in the lead. Moving on up. Down the front straight, it is Halbert right there. Mees, Baker, Smith. We got Carver battling with Robinson. Brian Bowman as we watch number 1, Esterson Racing, number 69, Yamaha FZ07 up front again. 3 Indian Scouts right there. Sammy Halbert leading to the start-finish line. Number 9, that is Mees moves by. Baker and Smith all move by. We are getting to the end of the race. Sammy Halbert's testing these Indian Scouts. That Yamaha is putting down some horsepower. We got 3 V-twin motors, 1, 2, 3, and then we got a parallel twin Yamaha running 4th. All 750s down the front straightaway. It is Mees, Baker, Smith moving to the inside. Sammy Halbert, 69. Carver is feeling the pressure from Brandon Robinson and Brian Bowman as they battle for 5th. Down the back chute one more time. Sammy Halbert looking for a way by. Moving up to 3rd place. It's Brian Smith up front, number 1, Mees, Sammy Halbert, Brad Baker. Robinson on the Harley Davidsons trying to get by. Jeffrey Carver, Brian Bowman. As we see Sammy Halbert running 3rd with that Esterson FZ07 Yamaha parallel twin taking on the V-twins. The FTR 750s up front on the Indian Scout FTR 750. It is Mees leading them across the line. Brian Smith grabs the lead on the inside with that number 1 Indian Scout. Baker's now on the inside in 2nd. Mees is running 3rd. Sammy Halbert's running in 4th place. Got a battle for 5th place between Robinson, Bowman, and Carver. Number 1, Brian Smith leads him out of turn 4. Brad Baker's right there. Number 9, Mees. This is where the strategy gets set up. 1 lap to go. Sammy Halbert might have spun up just a little bit. He lost a couple bike lengths. His strategy was to be right there on their back wheel. Does he have enough horsepower with that Yamaha to get by these 3 Indians as he moves to 3rd place on the inside? That is Baker getting by Sammy Halbert. To the line, it is Jared Mees. Does Smith have enough HP to sneak by? Across the line, it is Jared Mees picking up the win, the Springfield Mile. 21,000 second. Second place went to Brian Smith. Third place went to Brad Baker. Fourth place was Sammy Halbert. Brandon Robinson on the Harley-Davidson took fifth. Brian Bowman was sixth. Seventh went to Jeffrey Carver. Davis Fisher was eighth. Jake Shoemaker was ninth. Henry Wiles was 10th. And Johnny Lewis finished 11th on that Ducati. And the fireworks go off at the Springfield Mile. For more information on the class of 79 and friends and the Bultaco Invitational Classic, go to AMAFT79.com. Special thanks to my dear friends at Kiso Racing. For more information, go to Facebook, Springfield Mile. For more information on them, AmericanFlatTrack.com. American Flat Track Racing. AMA is AmericanMotorcyclist.com, protecting our rights to own, to ride, and to race motorcycles in the good old USA. It's always a great time seeing the races in Springfield. To contact me, and I love to hear from my audience, it's teamdan45@gmail.com. Remember, you can always search on YouTube with Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing for great motorcycle racing action. Dan Schmitt Politics, to learn what makes America great. And I highly encourage you to visit the World of Motorcycle Museum. They're in Winamac, Indiana, 4 miles south of North Judson on Indiana Highway 39. But give them a call first at 574-896-3172. It's a great trip and a great collection of motorcycles. If you want to pick up your package of the Team Chicago history, go to Rich's Yamaha in Lockport, Illinois, but give them a call first at 815-838-8130. Their website is richesyamaha.com. Pick up your copy of the Team Chicago history package. If you want to learn everything there is to know about motorcycles, there's nothing like going to a swap meet. We got dates coming up: Princeton, Illinois; Monroe, Michigan; Springfield, Ohio; Woodstock, Illinois; Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Go to walneckswap.com, walneckswap.com for more info.